Somalia barwaaqo ah nabad ah sidaan hore buu yiri maalmihii wacnaa way soo socdaan.
Somalia just nailed it with a massive win. $4.5 billion in debt relief from IMF and the World Bank. Picture this. It's like a superhero move rescuing Somalia from a giant $5 billion debt that's been hanging around since the first day of Somali independence. Let's take a quick look at why Somalia owes a massive amount of money, $5,200,000. This financial mess started during Somalia's first 30 years of being its own country, especially between 1978 and 1990, when things got really chaotic with military takeovers. Originally, the money borrowed was supposed to go into projects like farming, animals, and building things. But it seems like some of it got used for politics, the military, and personal stuff. Fast forward 63 years, and the debt has not only grown, but has gotten bigger each year because of something called interest. Now, the official estimate is around $2 billion, with more added every year. So, who does Somalia owe all this money to? It's a mix of countries and groups in economic clubs. The United States is leading the pack, owning a whopping 20% of Somalia's debt. That's $1 billion. Russia is next with 13%, Italy with 11%, and France with 8%. And there's more owed to Arab countries like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Iraq, Kuwait, and groups like OPEC. They add up to $900 million. Now picture this. Somalia's debt is a crazy 110 times more than all the money the whole country makes in a year. It's like trying to pay back everything you make in a year, but 110 times more. Sounds impossible, right? But wait, here's the great news. Hello and welcome to Rise Africa channel. Let's delve into the incredible developments reshaping Somalia's narrative.
Somalia barwaaqo ah nabad ah dhaqaale ahaan sareysa dadkeedu ay nolol fiican ku nool yihiin waayo waxa aan raadinayno aan daba socono sidaan hore buu yiri maalmihii wacnaa way soo socdaan. waxaan leeyahay hambaliyo waxaan ugu hambaliyaynayaa dadaalka iyo guusha dadka Soomaaliya ay soo dadaaleen iyo guusha maanta ay gaareen oo ah in dalka laga cafiyay deyntii muddada dheer soo daba taagneed in ka badan 10 sano ayaa hawshan ay soo socotay. waxay soo martay dalka maamulo kala duwan oo ka talinayay madax kala duwan oo ka talinaysay xukuumado kala duwan oo dalka ka talinayay ayaa midba maalintiisa oo wax ku soo darayay maanta ayay soo dhamaatay oo nalaga cafiyay $5 bilyan oo deynka oo nolol lahaa. xukunka yaa baashay isla federaalka birmadi xasan sheekh ayaa ka badashay.
Somalia just nailed it with a massive win. $4.5 billion in debt relief from IMF and the World Bank. Picture this. It's like a superhero move rescuing Somalia from a giant $5 billion debt that's been hanging around since the first day of Somali independence. Somalia, a country in the Horn of Africa, has long been associated with poverty, starvation, and prolonged conflicts that have persisted for the past 30 years. However, over the last decade, Somalia has embarked on a remarkable journey of transformation, from establishing a constitution to building a national army, combating the notorious terrorist group Al-Shabaab, holding democratic elections since 2012, and achieving peaceful power transfers. Somalia is charting a different course. In recent weeks, Somalia has garnered attention for significant accomplishments, including joining the East African community, lifting arms embargoes, and now securing debt forgiveness. Somalia just got a huge boost for its economy. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank's International Development Association approved a massive debt relief package for Somalia, totaling $4.5 billion. This is a game changer that will significantly reduce Somalia's debt from 64% of what it makes to less than 6% by the end of 2023. So, why is this such a big deal? Well, it's the result of almost 10 years of hard work by 3 different administrations in Somalia. They've been making changes to their laws, systems, policies, and how things work to get their economy back on track. The president, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, says it's a big deal because it shows how committed the country is to fixing its economic issues. The relief package includes different initiatives and contributions from various organizations. There's money from commercial creditors, global organizations like the World Bank and the IMF, and even Paris Club creditors. The World Bank, in particular, is excited about Somalia's progress and is committed to helping with ongoing reforms.
International partners I urge you to see beyond the challenges that Somalia has faced in the past. Look at the immense opportunities that await you here. Invest in our industries, transfer your technology and expertise, and be a catalyst for change.
Somalia is rapidly re-emerging as an economic actor of critical and strategical relevance in the region of the Horn of Africa. Its private sector, despite all odds, has been adaptive, resilient over the years to the numerous internal and external shocks the country has to endure.
This is also the second liberation of our nation after the first, which was the independence of this nation. Today we re-engage with international financial institutions as equal as any other nation. There is no Somalia with bad credit as it used to be. There's no Somalia with bad reputation as it used to be. We have the same access to the international financial institutions that our neighbors have, or the rest of the world has. We open doors of untold opportunities that can bring peace and prosperity to this country, which means our business community have access to resources, which means we can provide services to our people, and which means the old narrative of Somalia with no institutions that function has come to an end today. So today is a new day. We turn a new page.
Now viewers, let's ponder the future. Will this significant debt forgiveness for Somalia build trust among potential investors, encouraging them to invest in the country's growth? Somalia's Minister of Finance, Bihi Iman Ega, highlighted the challenges they faced, like climate issues and fighting against terrorism, but also emphasized the depth of their efforts to make positive changes. Jihad Azur from the IMF called Somalia's achievement a big deal that will help them manage their debt better, support growth, and reduce poverty. Here's a cool fact. Somalia is the 37th country to reach this point since 1996. It's part of a global initiative to help the world's poorest countries manage their debts. After this, Somalia plans to keep working on reforms to make sure they're resilient, growing, and reducing poverty. Despite facing challenges like a long period of drought and changes in the global economy, Somalia's economy is showing strength. The forecast predicts that their GDP, a measure of economic growth, will increase to 3.1% in 2023 and maybe even rise to 3.8% by 2025. That's pretty awesome news for Somalia. As we witness Somalia's inspiring journey of progress, it's clear that positive change is underway. If you found this story compelling, stay tuned for more updates on Rise Africa. Subscribe to our channel, join our community, and be part of the conversation as we explore the stories shaping Africa's future. And before we part ways, a warm greeting to all our viewers. Good morning from the sunrise of Mogadishu, good afternoon in Johannesburg, and good evening in London. Thank you for being with us on Rise Africa.